Checking a frame has so many components to it. I'm just gonna, and it took me a while to think of how to do this since I've been in here. Because there's a bunch of things I see, but let's just stick with just one concept. So I was told the prints were in here, undisclosed lot 88. I don't know this interior framer at all. What I do know is the exterior walls are manufactured in a controlled environment. Of the many of those that I have checked, I have great confidence in the length and width of these to be very good. Now, plumb and plain is a slightly different issue, but anyway, I have pretty good confidence in these exterior walls. And if you talk with framers and learn how they work, just talk to them. Hey man, in this floor plan, what's your most important wall you're gonna snap? And they'll tell you. You get into their thinking here. So I pulled the measurement from exterior of the garage face to this wall. It was dead on. It was dead on. That was just the first thing I checked. I said, well, I'm walking in while I hook my tape on the front. I'm walking in, let me do some work while I'm doing that. I noted that number, I just simply wrote it here. That's all, that's the first thing I did. And then, before this tape went down, because I started observing things. So I walked over, making the assumption, let me just check over here. And then I started looking at the plumbing. So just observe this for a second. You do not need to be a high IQ. You don't need to. Check this out. Let's look at that tub drain. That is slightly in this wall. That piping for the vanity is slightly this way of the wall. So the first thing I did was pull the toilet. And I did put a check mark on there because an offset flange will work, but the target for this, the plumber's trying to do, is a 12 and a half inch rough from that wall to center of that pipe. And it's this way. Then I turned around and I said, I think I found a problem. I'm looking at the intent of the plumber. He's trying to fit in these walls before they're built. So I went to the measurement on the prints over there, and this wall is too far this way. So my plumber probably had it right, because now this wall is too far this way, and now his drain is in the wall. And as you can imagine, a tub drain, when you look at your tub at home, it is not draining into the wall. Yes, they put a P-trap in there. I get that. It's not in the wall. And then now, that error over here transferred to this wall. And now, this plumbing is out, and that toilet needs an offset flange. I put the check mark because it does not need to be chipped and moved now. It's not critical, but just observe what you're looking at. So, as they say, there's never just one cockroach. So I went over here. Now this is, they both did it wrong. All right? Now, this is supposed to be 6 foot 1 inches. It said 6 foot. That's what the prints say. Even if he did 6 foot 1 correctly, plumber still missed this wall. I hate it for the plumber because I see his intent over there. Now the rest of the plumbing is perpendicular to those other walls, and as suspected, he clearly hit a 6-inch wall. Not a problem. Good job, plumber. And of course, in a 2x4 wall going perpendicular to the road, he's okay here. And we're at 12 and a half inches, closer to 13. That's going to work just fine. Maybe not even need an offset flange. Throw it in the truck when you trim it and just take a look. But I can tell this framer, he does his handset walls, interior walls, after this is up. And here's how I think he messed it up. The measurement on the print says from the outside of the OSB. So what I discerned, what I'm pretty sure he did, is he pushed his tape up to the, because he's trying to snap chalk lines on the floor. He pushed his tape down to here, and the sill seal is where he got his zero measurement from, and then he moved the wall too far back. Now over here, just flat, inaccurate framing. This wall here is on location. He just tanked it from here to here. How did he tank it? Well, he may not be good at math, because that measurement is from inside that wall to this inside of this wall, and then plus another 2 foot 4.5 inches. He dropped off an inch there. This interior framing needs remedial training. This is not horrible, but imagine you're the plumber and you're always following this guy. Then the first tool out of the truck, you don't even look at your stuff. Your first tool out of the truck is a chip and hammer, and that's very embarrassing for a plumber. So guys, in recap, observe. You do not need to be an Einstein when you walk into things like this. Just what do your eyes tell you? And I also checked this wall here, but check it out. Plumbing's in this wall. How did it get out here? How did it get out here? Well, he didn't use stakes in here, and he still got to chip it. If he used stakes, when the concrete got poured and they were trying to get the mud into the footer, or into the form board there, that's what happened. Slab guy pushed that out, and that drain is dead end. So you can see the intent of the plumber. I hope that makes sense.